Hello, it's Trekker Joe, and we're about to be attacked. But we should be able to get everything together in time for this. No problem. However, as you see, this thing blipping in and out is eventually going to approach my javelin, which is getting to a reasonable amount of completion, but I think I might actually have to, scrap something. But I know this watch stat's just 1,000 resources. Anyway, yeah, they're traveling at 54 meters a second. We probably won't even be able to finish the javelin. And I might sacrifice my satellite or something in order to finish it. So now we've gotten everyone in position. Try not to get blockaded. That's fine. So we're actually going to go and attack here. Yeah, they don't stand much of a chance. So we're just going to look at it from their perspective. Also, this doesn't look great. I guess it's okay. Also, yeah, I don't know why the water is so bright. I don't know what to do about that. Also, before it hits nightfall, let's begin the battle. So everything is spawning in. This is max size. We want to have the maximum size here. Their fleets are already taking significant amounts of damage just from the shells hitting them. And we do have laser weapons. This Caspian is taking quite a bit of damage. It looks like it might ram, but we have weapons specifically to prevent that. Yeah, you can kind of see it was momentarily stalled. And then we have the Artifice actually actively stopping, hitting the aircraft up there, which is taking minor damage each time. And yep. So this isn't a Caspian, is it? What is your name? The Mantis. I see. Anyway, yeah. So we managed to sink a vessel. 2 damaged another. I don't think we took any casualties. And now it's just this aircraft and the Mantis, which is probably our biggest threat. Not anymore, the Mantis has been disarmed. Now I just need to figure out where this other craft is. So if we head here, where is your weapon being trained? I'm getting this feeling that they're in space. The laser on the song is tracking something, but then so it has to be in space. This is actually kind of amusing. So yeah, this isn't a star but an Inquisitor. I didn't know that the lightning codes had satellites. But I assume this thing was not supposed to be a satellite. Our missiles are definitely reaching it, so there's that. That's why it's good to have missiles as secondary weapons. Lasers are also good for taking out satellites, but it seems like the missiles did most of the work. Well, that's actually not at all how I expected that to go. Now, did we take any damage? I'm just going to see. Everyone's repaired. So we're just going to then everyone just pull all. I want everyone to repair. I want to spawn this though. And you know the drill. I need to make sure that my belt-fed weapons are actually loaded. Okay, anyway, I had managed to wait enough time. It's going to be close, but I think if I sacrifice the satellite, I can finish it in time. I've managed to take care of all of this. I am going to actually send the mud shredder to move here and then back.
Moving now.
And then we're also going to deploy our fleets here.
Moving now.
But this song is going to take a slightly different route. Everyone's going to take
Moving out. Receiving.
a route to be able to spread out.
Receiving. Moving now.
So I think that should be good enough. We shouldn't trigger this tile, but if it happens, then oh well.
Receiving.
Yeah, I have this distinct feeling that I'm screwed. Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm not going to be able to build this up. Oh, they just reinforced. That's fine, that's fine. In which case, we don't have to sacrifice anything. We can just build the javelin there and hope. Like, they're really, like, taking my territory, aren't they? They really like doing that. So we'll just wait for this javelin. And I'm also going to move you here. And here.
Moving now.
What I want to do is
Receiving.
move the Indomitable off of the resource zone, because there isn't a reason for it to stay back there. It's unsafe. And we're going to take our fastest ship, which is probably... Oh, the Primogenere's got a speed boost. But it's probably... Yeah, the Artifice is still our fastest craft.
Moving out.
So we're going to move that out. We should be able to do this 2 or 3 times. All we need is take this tile and then this tile. And we're just going to follow the basic tactics. We're going to bait them into an attack. And we'll probably start at a long range.
Receiving.
And have everyone sort of ready. Okay, everyone is in position. I also made a save just in case. I plan on accepting whatever happens, but if something buggy happens, like I kind of have to expect with the lightning hoods, I have to be prepared. So let's just do this thing. Let's zoom in as close as possible.
Moving out.
You move here to this corner, and then you move back.
Out.
And that should be just barely cross the border. And how fast? 21 meters a second? Yeah, we can outrun them easily. Now, if we have to, I can also reverse move all of my fleets up. In fact, I am probably going to do this. But at the same time, I don't know if I really should be bothered. So we're going to draw them out. They got quite a fleet there. But if we can get them to reinforce instead of attacking, that would be great. Come on. Okay, we couldn't quite get it to work, so we're instead going to form up. So I'm going to put this back in that position, and we're going to fight. I think this is okay. So I had to do a little bit of maneuvering around these rocks, but this seems okay. So we're going to take out this fleet very quickly. Wish me luck. So the Javelin's launching off its missiles. I may as well pause the game and actually showcase this a bit more. I did actually do the video, but I still kind of want to show it with the perspective coming more from the Javelin, which should actually easily take out the Solaris. And yeah, the game's super slow. Also, if you want me to like lower the speed of the game and then speed it up in post, I can definitely do that. Let's just kind of like see how this is going. So, Artifice is currently engaged with multiple aircraft at short range. Looks like it's taken down one of the daggers. However, the two Solarises and one of the daggers has gone through. The Javelin's still dealing damage. It's probably going to destroy a Solaris. But the missiles are being taken out by point defense from one of the naval vessels, although it's pretty limited in what it can do for that. And we are actually landing hits. We just have too many missiles in our volley. Looks like one of the Mantises has been taken out, and also one of the smaller craft have also died. Great. It's like nothing's slowing our advance very much. But I do think, oh geez, I think the Artifice is going to go down. Another AI dead. This battle's quickly changing tides for our favor. Artifice seems like it's been pretty severely damaged. And the Javelin is easily taking out that aircraft. It's not long for this world. Let's get over to see what's happening with the Artifice. Primary weapon is significantly damaged. There's been a hole torn into the side. I lost an ammo box. No, I lost some thrusters, but not an ammo box just yet. And it's relying on its shotguns in order to try to escape. I think it's taken AI damage though, because it's not trying to reverse. And look at that, our Tadpole is doing some damage. Looks like our Tadpole, also gigantic shells are landing. Taking that out. The Mantis isn't going to last very long, and it looks like a Tadpole has been actually damaged in a significant way. It's actually nothing. I think it's just off balance. But what do we like damage? One of these vehicles, the Yang, which is dying pretty quickly. We have the Javelin, which is actually avoiding it. We have some anti-aircraft missiles from the Primogenitor going off. They're not heading for any aircraft, they're heading for the Mantis. Looks like the Artifice has actually managed to regain its bearings and start attacking, which is good. So it means it's not had enough resources to repair itself. And there we go. It's like we also have the Kobold taking care of some craft. Now it's just taking care of these aircraft, which are at an extremely long range. However, I think at this stage, I just want to wait for the Sea Raptor to get destroyed, so that wasn't a Mantis. Let's wait for those to get destroyed. And instead of, like, taking damage that we don't need to, let's instead look at our battle end. So we're going to actually end the battle. We're going to just give it some time. We want to wait for our fleets to regroup. Yeah, okay, so I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I'm going to spawn in the 2 craft I think are going to be the best for this. So these are the 3 vessels that are going to easily dispatch them. And here we go. Now I'm spying the Indomitable, not because the Indomitable is actually able to deal with them, although it seems like it is. I was wrong about the Indomitable, it seems. But it's like I'm choosing Indomitable not because it's effective at taking out aircraft, but because it's a very big target, and the aircraft are likely to focus on that, and thus it's going to keep the rest of my fleet safe. Although it looks like the Indomitable had to deal some damage to itself. We already took out 1 aircraft, and the Javelin managed to just knock out the AI. So there we go. I spawned the Primogenitor instead of the Javelin. Well, still, the missiles from the Primogenitor were enough, so if I had a Javelin, honestly a single Javelin would have dealt with all of those forces. Anyway, I am going to give my Primogenitor some time to reload its shells because it desperately needs to. And then we're going to go and take out 1 more tile. And since we can't really retreat or anything, oh geez, so Beluga Elite, Teravold, and Teravold. The Beluga Elite hard counters that vessel, but I think they're going to reinforce this. I should probably just remove these. Yeah, I should just remove these. I could just move them.
Moving out.
Yes,
Moving out.
let's move a small supply tower into the ocean. That's safe. Oh, if we get lucky, maybe we can draw the 8th Army away from the territory they're trying to conquer. We just gotta keep it cool and get the Javelin up. And then hope that they don't actually attack, because Beluga Elite is a hard counter to the Javelin's design because of the anti-missile system. So anyway, it's time to do this once again. You're going to be
Moving
here, and then probably here.
Moving out.
So we managed to trigger spawn. What's spawning? Megawatt? Tachyon, Teravolt. The megawatt might be a problem because megawatts are extremely, insanely strong. But we can always just... Let's engage at range then. Since we're so concerned, as soon as the artifice stops moving, we can engage. So, they got a reasonably sized force. They have enough to possibly take out everything I have. Let's do this from the enemy's perspective. So they have 2 Mantises, a Flash, Megawatt, Teravolt, Dagger, and Tachyon. Air forces don't really matter. The Flash doesn't really matter. I think it's the Megawatt that I'm worried about. I don't think... No, it's a Terawatt that I'm worried about, but... So it's just a pair of Mantises, but Mantises, they're very high damage. They have very powerful lasers, but they don't have very good defensive measures. So they're just going to die. Just like that. and I want everything to spawn. That's why I set that up. Oh, they've actually changed the mantis a little. No, that's a scorpion I'm thinking of. Let me pause the game. I want to take a close look at this, because this design's really distinct to me. Like, this is not at all advisable. If you're building a craft for combat, you don't want them to be a hydrofoil, because if their body is exposed, that means that that's one layer of protection that your craft does not have. The reason why all my ships are like really thick and like deep into the water is because it's bullets ricochet off of water, and also lasers don't deal as much damage if you get hit by water. So yeah, let's just continue then. This one's actually running fairly quickly, so... So I'm just going to move the camera in very slowly and just kind of watch. Probably more exciting where the aircraft are. Although the Artifice is trying to snipe one of their craft. I think that's a Terravolt. Mantis is going to try to get up very close. We're probably not going to let that happen. Anyway, we have failed to get the aircraft to stand down yet, which is a little bit of a problem since it's distracting a lot of our craft. Javelin's letting loose a volley that'll probably take down one of the aircraft. Maybe two if I'm lucky. And keep away turrets are doing their job, keeping the Mantis from getting a ram in. As you can see, its nose is running into the ground, which means that we also dealt tons of damage. Also knocking the Mantis in the front off course. Keep it far, far away from the Song. The Song is getting a chance to use its laser, but smoke is blocking it, so it can't actually achieve what it needs to. Javelin had stopped firing. But yeah, it appears that some of the Javelin's weapons have actually hit home on the dagger and disabled its propulsion. I'm no longer seeing much movement. The Javelin... I shouldn't be as worried about what's happening with the Javelin. The Javelin seems to be able to deal with the aircraft just fine. Oh, that is so satisfying to watch. The Song's keep away is keeping the hydrofoils from getting too close. Looks like the Primogenitor has taken severe hull damage. Yeah, the Primogenitor is actually exposed. That's not amazing. Also, I need to pause the game again. I really appreciate how this design looks. That's actually really cool how it's angled like that. Okay, let's resume. Also, it looks almost as though we had captured a vessel without intending to, but I know that it can't be true. It's firing at something that's sunk. I don't know what it is. Let's see what's going on. So I have a vessel out here. The tadpole must have been downed. It's damaged, so the tadpole's out of this fight. And we managed to AI dead a vessel. It's probably one of the aircraft. Yeah, that's the dagger that was shot down. Primogenitor is focusing on a dagger that is going down as well. It appears to have taken some hits, although the damage looks kind of like it might have been hit in just one area. something is wrong with the artifice. Or the artifice doesn't seem right. Also, health below 80% and sinking. We took out another enemy. The enemy forces are thinning out very quickly. We have another AI dead. So there goes whatever that was. There goes the Tachyon. The Artifice is still doing fine. Let's see. Looks like none of my fleet has actually been destroyed. Although, might have taken out some blocks. Primogenitor is finally able to get a bead on the Javelin. Not the Javelin. Yeah, the Javelin's firing off its missiles again. And it appears that this time we're going after ground targets, which are too damaged to actually defend. We managed to AI dead one of the craft. That was a Mantis. We have another Mantis, and I think we are right up against it. It's much higher health. Right? Yeah, there's a Mantis. We rammed a Mantis to death. And the Javelin's about to get side swiped. Ow. But the Javelin's fine. The Javelin's able to withstand that fairly handily. Like, that damage is nothing compared to the damage that the White Flares had dealt. Oh geez. Another aircraft has been taken down. And looking at that, oh geez. Thank goodness it's built like a tank. So now it's just this last Lightning Hood's aircraft. Appears to be the last dagger. There's no way it's going to survive. Between torpedoes, the missiles specifically designed to seek out aircraft, and just shells flying everywhere, there's no way that's surviving. So we managed to clear a pretty sizable path for us. There is no way the White Flares can stand in our way now. Anyway, there's still one more. I just saw a laser go off. Which one was that? The megawatt? You mean the small one? Ironic how that's what survived. Anyway, I would say I'm satisfied with this outcome. I'm going to do, like, let's see, how was it? So there's another force that had been deployed. I want to see how this is going. The crossbolt in the cathode. We're going to intercept that. And probably with a limited fleet. In the meantime, though, I'm probably going to do a post-mortem in the next episode. But we have definitely managed to carve a long enough path. It's like we're literally right up against their base. If we take that down, then we should be able to move in with our satellites and more comfortably find their last production facility and put an end to it. So see you then.